What's going on, everybody? So today we're gonna go show you a new counter. And before we get into it, hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday here, watching the Super Bowl. If you guys are into that type of thing, I'm gonna go eat a lot of wings and food and have a good time. But I want to give a big shout out also before we get into it to Dark Omega yet again. My man Dark Omega over there on his channel, theory crafting a lot of teams, guys. In a lot of his counters, in almost every single one, there is one person that is remaining in there. And I just want to still, I love this guy right here. I want to just say how much this character right here, HAWT Tambor, is so amazing. In really any theory crafters videos or counters, whatever it may be, he's just a theory crafter's wet dream, just plain and simple. He's just so amazing. His tech here, it's just so beautiful. It really is. Having the ability to be able to, for this weapon tech, get TM every single turn that an enemy goes, and also ignore defense, and they can't be revived, that is just so awesome. And then the other shield generator for the tank tech, being able to just dispel stuff and recover protection and taunt, it's really strong. So in this one, those two pieces of tech will be given out to our team. And this team I'm going to mention really quick off the bat, it's with HAWT Tambor in there, but the leadership is actually, we're going to go down here to Jedi. This is a Jedi team, which is kind of interesting because this team, I think, has a lot of potential to be used in GAC formats and kind of use this team to counter, the gases, it counters pretty much any team, the Darth Revens, and then using other facets of the other teams and using them to your best ability. So yes, this will take a relic up General Skywalker, but here's the team. You're going to need Bastila Shan lead. You're going to need Hermit Yoda. You're going to need, of course, your General Skywalker, so that's 3. And then this next one is going to shock you guys. It doesn't have to be this person. It can really be any Jedi tank. They just have to make sure that with Bastila lead, that they're a tank so that they can taunt, because in the leadership for Bastila, they do taunt whenever they are a tank in the leadership. So this guy is Mace Windu. So yeah, Mace Windu, if you didn't know, he's a tank. And he actually has quite a decent high HP pool. Mine's like year 12. I mean, that's pretty good, I'd say. He's not even got the best mods on him. But yeah, you want somebody with a tank, because in our leadership, it says right here, Jedi tank allies taunt for 1 turn. So that's really important in the Darth Revan counter, so that you don't get AoE fear on everybody, and it only happens to him and Bastila Shan, and that allows for your General Skywalker to just go off. So we got him, we got Hermit, we got Bastila, we got GS, Mace, and then of course HAWT. So you want Hermit here for the Master's Training on GS, and then you're going to give the weapon tech to GS, you're going to give the tank tech to Mace. And pretty much General Skywalker just annihilates literally everybody. Think of it like this. He is like this Anakin, Jedi Knight Anakin, when he has a bonus turn. And he's doing like 200k crits. That's pretty much what this is. So it's an amazing team, and I really think there's some strategy you can do and implement yourself in your GACs with what you want to use, what you want to keep for offense and defenses. Play around this team, because this team, if it can take out any team in the game, you can, use Shock T and then clone somewhere else on like a defense or offense, because that's a great freaking team. And it's just some things you want to look into there. Maybe I'll do a video on what I think is the best teams to split up now that we see this counter. And I think this is an important counter because it has that ability to kind of, swap around other teams that you might not use elsewhere. So without further ado, guys, let's go hop over to the battle here that Dark Omega, not Darth Omega, although that'd be pretty cool. Dark Omega shows us. So here we go. This is his team. He has, of course, Relic 3, Bastila Shan, Relic 7 GS, Relic 4 Mace. Yeah, that's kind of insane for a Mace to be Relic 4. I don't know if you need Mace. Maybe like Old Ben would work pretty well. You just need a taunter pretty much there. And then his Hermit Yoda, I'm gonna guarantee you guys, you do not need your HAWT or your Hermit. They're just support heroes here, giving out Master's Training and the tank and the weapon techs. But I would say you for sure do need your GS to be tanky. I don't know about the other ones, I really don't. But here we go, we're gonna get into it really quick here. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. So thank you, Dark Omega, I appreciate it, man, letting me share this. So there we go. You can see here that he has the taunt. You're going to give the weapon tech to GS. You give Master's Training to GS, and Bastila goes, giving out even more offense to GS. And like I said, guys, this is like, imagine Jedi Knight Anakin when he gets a bonus turn and then he's getting all those crazy, look right there. I mean, it's insane. It's 380k, and it's just insane. You have weapon tech that ignores defense. You have the master training that gives out 50% offense if you're a Jedi, and you have Basil Shan giving out more offense. So like 100% offense, and you're ignoring defense. If you mod your GS for like no speed at all because he doesn't need speed, and you give him all of these extra crit damage sets and your crit chance, because you do need some crit chance here because not everybody will be 501st, so you're not going to get that extra crit chance. But I mean, look right there. The GS is already down. This is versus a GS team. This is a good GS team. If you want to, I'll leave a link to this video if you want to check out some of the speeds that he's fighting. But that's like the fact that he can just like two-shot a GS in a cover like that and be able to focus somebody like 5s right off the bat like that. There's just something about this team, guys, that I really wanted to show off to you, and I feel like this is going to be an interesting team if you do want to use this, because I don't think you're going to need, HAWT or Hermit Yoda to be high gear. The only ones I can kind of see being needed for the high gear is, of course, GF because he's your attacker, and maybe the tank because you do want the tank to tank a little bit more, and not everybody will have Gear 13 Mace until it gets a rework. Hopefully this month or so. 150k. I mean, guys, it's just really awesome to see. And if you do have, so there's like one Zeta here that you need for sure. It's the Basil Shan Zeta. And of course the Watts on board with getting the tech earlier. But there's an interesting one here on Hermit Yoda. Whenever somebody does die, he gets if they had Master's Training, I think is what it was, or maybe if it's anybody's defeat, I think that's what it is. Whenever anybody does die, he gets 100% TM and he gets his abilities back. That's a Zeta I really am kind of really liking right now. Not just for like this counter and all these counters, right here that we're seeing, but like versus Grievous teams, I find that Zeta to be really, really useful. Yeah, it might be a bit older Zeta, but I really do like that Zeta. Being able to just keep on giving out Master's Training is really, really important, I think. Because not only are you getting that extra offense, but you have 50% more defense as well. And if you do give that to Mace Windu as well, that's really strong. You're going to be able to have that tank taunt even more so. Yeah, we're fighting a lot of GSs here, Relic 7. I don't think a Gear 12 Mace would be able to tank that versus a Relic 7 GS. So that's where I'm kind of feeling like you're going to probably need a Gear 13 tank there. And, what other tanks do we have? I can't really think of one besides, off the top of my head, Mace and Old Ben. I guess GK, but you really don't want to use GK here. You want to save him. That's like the main thing I want to talk about here is trying to use this in like a GAC type of format, but also maintain strong other teams. Because if you can like use this versus a Darth Revan and then use your CLS counter versus General Anakin Skywalker, you can split off your JKR for something else, or you could use Shaak Ti in the clones versus Grievous and then place your JKR on defense if you wanted to. A lot of different ideas here, guys. So this video is actually titled "It can be any team in the game," and it can be really any team in the game. This is versus Padme teams, and I honestly really hate these teams with 3PO because he gives out even more protection up, which is even harder. But look, slow down. Boom! 160k, guys. It's an annihilate, pretty much, I would say. You give all these buffs. You give Master's Training. You give the weapon tech. You give offense up from Bastila. You have everything perfectly timed, right? It's an annihilate, I would say. Not many people are going to survive that hit unless they're like Relic 7, like a GK type of tank, or somebody who has that high of HP and protection. I just don't see it happening. But yeah. It's just really, really awesome to see. So I get that there's probably not going to be a whole lot of people out there watching this that will be able to use this because GS is a hard one to get. But I think for people who do have him, this could be a very interesting way to utilize your other teams that you want to use. Because it opens up, I think, a pretty interesting door for GAC. Probably not going to use this for TW because I don't know. I just don't see it being used for TW, I guess. I could say that. But I just like this a lot, guys. So right here, versus why it really works versus the GSs, because you have Rex using that ability with the form up, giving even more TM, and with the TM you're getting from the leadership on Bastila, and with Rex going with the weapon tech on GS, you get even more TM. So you're gonna pretty much go really really fast. You don't need him to be that fast of a speed. So I mean, gosh dang, it's just so hot to see. I love seeing that. Just like one-shotting of fives, it really is awesome. So yeah, it beats the gases, it beats the Darth Revens and Malix, it beats Padme we saw. I don't think that we saw any Grievous teams, but I would almost guarantee you it would work. Almost guarantee you. Just coming back, like the whole, I guess you could really just say this video kind of revolves around HAWT Tambor, because this would not be achievable without HAWT. You need that ignoring defense on these on these enemies like GSs and the 5s that you're going to be fighting, and the extra TM is really really important. But I cannot stress enough to you people that have GS or don't have GS how important he is in this game right now. In a PvP type of format, GAC and TW, he is probably one of the most like utilized, and if you're not using him to his fullest potential, you are probably going to just probably suck hard in your GAC. You should be using him in a really really important counter somewhere. If you're not using him and you're just placing him on defense, I think you are doing a huge disservice to this guy. He is, in my opinion, one of the best teams you can use for offense to counter any of your tough teams. Like I use him for the Night Sister counter. He beats Night Sisters. He helps out a lot versus that counter. And if he can be used in any of these other teams we've been seeing recently by Dark Omega, this guy just proves his point that he's even more important than that you guys might think so. So, with that being said, I'm going to pause this. Guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like, share it around, and more importantly, check out Dark Omega's channel, because this guy has been producing a lot of videos recently on his channel. Yeah, a lot of them do revolve around HAWT Tambor, but that's just kind of where we are in this game. You know, I think we needed somebody like HAWT Tambor that can counter these really tough teams, and it'd be really interesting to see if HAWT will still be able to counter, you know, these new Galactic Legends, Rey and Kylo. I think he might be able to. So besides that, guys, and going to go check out Dark Omegas, because I would really recommend you guys doing that. If you guys enjoy this stuff, of course sub, and also if you guys want to, we got Discord down below, and we also have Patreon and channel memberships, guys. I just want to say a big thanks to you guys, and I love you guys. Enjoy your Sunday for watching the game. I'll try to get this out pretty quick, but hopefully you guys have a good one and you like this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.